it's Simply Gabby with another video. Today's video is going to be frequently asked questions about vitiligo. So in this video I'm going to clear up a lot of questions that I get all the time, as well as answer some things that people might be wondering. So before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll leave a link in the description for my previous video. So let's get started. Alright, so the first question I have is, how do I handle having a relationship and having vitiligo? So it was never super easy. I used to be really insecure about it. I used to hide it from the people that I liked at the time. And I would just try to hang out with that person as much as I could without them ever actually seeing. So I would avoid any situation where I would be wearing something that would show. So I would avoid all swimming situations, all warmer temperature situations. I would always want to be indoors. I would always be covered up. And that didn't really work so well. But now I've discovered that just talking about it immediately will give the person a chance to react instead of finding out. So now that they have a chance to understand it before actually getting into something with you, they can understand more about you, and then you can move from there. And if they choose not to like it, then just say sayonara. And my advice to you is to just take that as a blessing, because you don't want to be with someone who's super judgmental anyways. So just say thanks, vitiligo. Alright, my second question is, do I have a full coverage makeup that I use? So since I have it, since my whole face is basically white, I don't really have to try to match makeup to anything. And I did try a makeup once to try to cover up my hands and my legs, but it didn't really work well. It was called, like, it wasn't Derma Blend, but it was something like that, and it was like super high coverage, and it had a super like concentrated pigment. But now I just use a physician's formula. It took me a long time to find something that was actually my color, but now that I found it, I won't really use anything else, because this one is like all natural and it actually is my shade. So my suggestion is just to find something that is the closest shade you can possibly find, and just use like a concealer and try to blend out anything that you don't want. But if you're trying to like cover up like your hands and like your elbows, you would just have to either get like a really high coverage like something like Derma Blend, or you would just have to just own it. The next question I got was about my diet. So I get asked if I eat gluten and dairy all the time. I do not eat gluten except for when I don't really have a choice. So I try not to eat gluten or dairy, just because dairy is not good for people who have asthma. So I have asthma as well, so I try not to have dairy for that reason, and I don't have gluten just because it's I noticed that it makes me gain weight, so I try not to use to have anything with gluten in it. Okay. The next question I received yesterday was, what changes in my lifestyle are most important for repigmentation? Whew. So repigmentation, it just means that even with vitiligo, it's my original skin color is choosing to come back. Why? I can honestly say I don't know the actual cause. So the reason why mine started coming back is because I started making some changes. I was eating better, I was exercising, I was thinking better. I wasn't exposing myself to like chemicals and like negative people and things like that. And if things weren't working for me, instead of holding on, I would just move on to the next thing. So I tried a lot of different like dietary things at that time. I tried the GAPS diet, which is like eliminating all possible allergens and then reintroducing slowly. So it's all about, you know, choosing what's best for your body and basically going based off of how you feel. So listen to how you're feeling, because that's the most important thing. What products should be used specifically on the face? I'm not really sure what this question means. Maybe it means makeup or like moisturizers or something. I would just recommend not putting anything natural or organic and stuff like that. I would not put on anything that is not like paraben free. I try to use a makeup that is paraben free, vegan, and all that other stuff free. But like hypoallergenic will also help you. I don't really put on anything except like coconut oil or aloe vera. I don't really use anything besides that. So I would try to keep chemicals away from my face in particular. Number 6, this is a big one. So how do I not care about what other people think? So this one was really hard. It actually took me up until, I mean, I'm still working on it, so it takes a long time to figure out how you feel about yourself. So this did not happen overnight, and it probably won't for anybody. It took such a long time to even post that first photo. And even at that point, I was completely terrified as to what people were going to say about me. But as I kept posting like one more photo and then another photo, and then before I knew it, I had like 100 photos posted, I just became comfortable with myself. I think part of the reason why I was so scared is because like I would never take pictures of myself. I would never let anybody get a picture of me because I was so in denial about what I really looked like, and I didn't want to see myself in a picture and get upset about it. So I would just suggest taking pictures of yourself, make yourself seen, and you will become comfortable with yourself. And becoming comfortable can turn into confidence. So if you're feeling like unconfident or scared about something or insecure, anything, I would just suggest get it out in the open and just post a picture, because when you accept what you're going through and what you look like and what you're doing, it's not so scary anymore. So just take that first step. Number 7, did I get bullied? Absolutely. I think everybody gets bullied, even if you don't have like vitiligo or acne, or even if you don't have something visible for someone to bully you about. There's always going to be something that they're going to say about it. Like sometimes people call me goggles. I don't let it get to me anymore, just because people always have their opinions about whatever it is that they're thinking. So you can't stop what people are thinking, but I did get bullied. Like cow, zebra, whatever, leopard. They'd also make fun of right here because I have like a little bit of darker skin color right there. They would say like I drank chocolate milk. So everybody gets bullied, and for people with like visible insecurities, sometimes it's a little bit worse, but I just kind of shut out most of school and just got through it, and here we are. So number 8 is, how long have I had it and where did it start? So I get this question a lot. I've had it since I was 5, and it took me like up until 2 years ago to become even somewhat accepting of it. I was completely in denial, but I've had it since I was 5, and I got my first spot on my chest. It was just a little white spot, and then now it just took over. So I've had it for a really long time. Number 9 is, I get asked, I don't know if people would ask about this, but I'm just going to include it in there anyway. Number 9, it used to be kind of embarrassing, but when I was hiding it, I would do some really weird things. Like I would have my sleeve like over my hands, like I would have like it completely covered like all the time. I would never even show my fingertips because I was like afraid that people would see it and then ask me about it. Number 10, what is the thing I like most about vitiligo? I have a lot of things that I like about it, but the number 1 thing is that I like to be different. We live in a very, very large world, so that means there's a lot of people, and a lot of them follow the same trends. So even if I tried to follow the same trends, I can't really do that. So I'm always going to be different no matter what. So that's all for this video. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment if you like this video. So until next time, see ya.